Summary Tim was voted out in the first tribal council, considered too much of a liability by his team. Soda was blindsided and eliminated in the second tribal council, leaving the castaways shocked. Castaways Charlie and Maria struggled to decide between voting out Tevin or Soda for tribal council. Survivor 46 Episode 7 left viewers excited about what's to come on the series, as the drama has revved up and many are wondering who the newly formed merged tribe will oust next. Throughout Survivor 46 thus far, the castaways have been focused on getting immunity for their tribe in order to keep themselves safe. In the most recent episode, the merge was finally underway, giving the castaways a greater sense of autonomy regarding their time in the game. Things heated up for some alliances, while others were stunned into silence at the announcement of double elimination at Tribal Council. The castaways are comprised of the former Yanu tribe, Kenzie Petty, Hugh Burdett, and Tiffany Irvin, the former Siga tribe, Ben Katzman, Charlie Davis, Maria Shrime Gonzalez, and Tim Spicer, as well as the former Nami tribe, Hunter McKnight, Liz Wilcox, Soda Thompson, Tevin Davis, and Venus Vaffa. With a large group of competitors hoping to make it to the end, the strategy of the game has kicked into overdrive, making some of the best players scramble to keep their names clear. Though the castaways have gotten past the midpoint of the game, things are only going to get harder. Related 20 Best Reality TV Shows. Right now reality TV is more popular than ever. With so many to choose from, here are some of the best reality TV shows to stream or watch right now. Charlie admitted to anonymously voting for Venus. Q took issue with his decision early in the episode. Charlie admitted to Venus that he voted for her anonymously during the most recent tribal council. While Venus had a feeling that had voted for her, he wasn't interested in keeping it a secret from the feisty player. Charlie shared that had voted for Venus, but intended to keep things private. When Q overheard the exchange, he got angry about the choice Charlie had made, explaining that it made things difficult for them moving forward. Q had wanted to pin the anonymous vote for Venus on someone else, and Charlie owning up to it ruined that. The tribe played an immunity reward challenge. Maria Kenzie won immunity from tribal early on in the episode. The newly formed merged tribe split into two groups for the immunity challenge. While both groups would be going to tribal council to vote off one of the castaways, the castaway who won the challenge would win their group a reward, and the ability to be the second tribal council, which meant their eliminated castaway would make jury. Ultimately, Kenzie won immunity, but Maria won the challenge as a whole, granting her immunity and the ability to reward her team with coffee, tea, and some delicious food that would refuel them for future immunity challenges. Tevin wanted to orchestrate a blindside. Everyone else felt Charlie was the obvious vote close. After learning his team would be the one who chose the first castaway to send to jury, Tevin explained that he was interested in shaking up the game a bit. Though the obvious choices to eliminate on his team were Charlie and Venus, he wondered if it was time to stab one of his Nami tribe mates in the back to make waves and set him up on a path to the end of the game. Tevin shared he was interested in getting rid of Soda, blindsiding her at the tribal council vote by convincing others to eliminate her. The losing team strategized at Siga's old camp. They considered getting rid of Hunter close while the winning team was enjoying their reward meal. The losing team was strategizing at Siga's old camp, which had been run down in the days since the tribe had been there. The losing team, which consisted of the 3 former Yanu castaways, Hunter, Tim, and Ben, was concerned about who they were going to get rid of during Tribal Council. Q explained that it made sense for them to get rid of Ben to Tim, but Tim felt it could be a good time to get rid of Hunter, who was a physical threat. Tim's persistence made him shady. Charlie Soda agreed to vote for Venus. Tevin wasn't sure about the plan at the winning team's camp. Charlie and Soda were strategizing and discussing who would be the smartest castaway to eliminate from the game. They spoke with Tevin, but ultimately both felt that voting for Venus felt like the most obvious choice. Tevin wasn't sure he agreed, but chose to spoke to Charlie separately to sell him the plan of blindsiding Soda. While Charlie had been anxious he'd be on the chopping block, he wasn't sure that it was the right idea to go for Soda over Venus, as he felt Soda was a more loyal ally to him and Maria. Venus got to work trying to get Tevin out. She approached Maria about Tribal while many of the other castaways were trying to make deals and figure out who they were going to eliminate. Venus got to work trying to spin her plans on Maria. Sharing that she felt it could be the right time to get rid of someone powerful, Venus tried to sell Maria on the idea of getting rid of Soda or Tevin. She explained that it would break up Nami, which she was very interested in doing. Maria was skeptical of Venus, but she said she would think about what their next move was and let Venus know later on. Charlie and Maria struggled to decide where to put their votes. They weren't certain what they should do as the clock began to wind down on their decision. Charlie and Maria were confused on what to do to move forward. The pair were in power with their team, as they were surrounded by 4 former Nami tribe mates who all wanted to see one of their own eliminated during Tribal Council. Though both shared that they felt Venus was erratic and difficult to work with, they weren't sure she was the smartest person to get rid of during Tribal Council. Wielding the power in the situation, Charlie and Maria debated the merits of voting out Tevin or Soda. The first Tribal Council saw an unsurprising result. Tim was eliminated from Survivor 46 after difficult conversations at the losing team's camp. Hugh, Tiffany, and Kenzie came to the conclusion that Tim needed to be the next person to be voted out of Survivor 46. Though they were all looking at the options and felt Ben or Hunter would be good to get rid of, Tim seemed to be too much of a liability for the group. At Tribal Council, they tried to keep things calm, and the castaways got emotional over Kenzie's immunity win, congratulating her strength. After the votes were read, Survivor host Jeff Probst shared Tim was the next castaway eliminated. The second Tribal Council blindsided Nami. Soda was eliminated from Survivor 46 after the first Tribal Council. The second group of castaways were nervous about what would happen during their vote. Knowing that the castaway they eliminated would be the first member of the jury was a big deal, as that person would be helping to decide who the sole survivor would be. The group talked out their choices, but after Jeff questioned them on what they would do, it became clear that they needed to shake things up. The castaways ultimately blindsided Soda, voting her out of Survivor 46 in a blindside that left the castaway stunned and shaken up. Survivor airs Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time on CBS, then streams the following day on Paramount+. Survivor. In this long-running reality competition show, 16 people are split into 2 tribes and must survive off the land in various rural locales. Each week, they compete in challenges for resources, luxuries, or immunity. And each week, one person is voted out by their teammates, losing their chance at being the sole survivor.